Hey guys, Professor Bill of Comic Book University and X-Men Gold, issue number 34. Beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. I forget the name of this painting, the original basis of the painting, but according to one of my viewers, yeah, this should be the fourth time that this painting has been used. Absolutely gorgeous though, man. I love this. This is really great. So let's get into this. God War Part 2 of 3. Mind you, next issue will be the final issue. Writer Mark Guggenheim, artist Michelle Bandy, artist Erica Arcanega, and letterer VC's Corey Petit, cover artist Phil Noto. So they're showing a whole bunch of people in this comic book, but realistically, it's just Storm. They have a little bit of Kitty Pryde and Magic also, who's not mentioned in this, but whatever. I don't really care. None of that really concerns me. The part with Magic and Ileana was Magic and Ileana, same people. The part with Magic and Kitty Pryde was actually just finally them having the conversation that they've both been kind of avoiding for a while now. All right, after Storm and Ileana had been talking, Magic finally decides, I gotta actually go and confront Kitty and, apologize for screwing up the wedding, when in reality, Kitty, rightfully so, does not hold any grudge against her whatsoever. And there's a very cool bonding moment that I definitely dug. And for all the naysayers for Guggenheim, man, sorry, I don't know what it is about him that you don't like, but being the showrunner for so many, for at the very least for Arrow, you know what I'm saying, and a few other TV shows, what do you call it? It's definitely given him that mentality to write a comic book as an actual running episodic TV show, which really isn't that different. You just simply have to understand where he's coming from to understand where he is. The bulk of this, though, was a very quick, one-page origin for Storm, which we've already gotten. We all already know that stuff. And I actually feel like it could have been another page or two where she maybe blamed her parents for a short time. Because, when you're a kid, if your parents die, I've studied all this. You know what I'm saying? I know that most kids seem to blame their parents as though, why did you die? Why did you have to die? Why couldn't you have stayed with me? Not fully understanding that, dead is dead, man. Unfortunately, there's nothing special about humans in that regard. If we get killed, we're dead. There is no, I'll fight through death. And it's a shame, but unfortunately, it is a very immature sort of thing, which, yeah, kids are the embodiment of immaturity. When they get older, hopefully they come to understand and they can learn how to forgive. And that forgiveness, of course, is for themselves. Storm has always been a very, very mature character. Even when she was a kid, even when she was, stealing, pickpocketing and whatnot on the streets of Cairo, she's always been very mature, always been portrayed that way. So that's pretty much the only reason why I was okay with Guggenheim not exploring this a little bit more. But whatever, it was exactly good enough. It's exactly what anybody would have needed in order to understand what happens next. In so much that Wovu, the new god in this Kenyan village, has brought back Storm's parents. Kind of freaky, kind of freaky. It seems to actually be them. It seems to actually be their bodies. What happens at the end with them and all of the other deceased villagers, apparently for the past many years, is about as insane as you can get, man. This is like a Brother Voodoo comic book at this point. And even though I just said that, in my head, I'm spinning and I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Guggenheim try his hand at a Brother Voodoo book. Because that could be fun. Even if he just did like a 4-issue miniseries, That could be fun. Either way, this is really interesting. And for some reason, this is going to be the last thing that I talk about in the comic book. Stormcaster seems to abandon Storm. That was interesting. And now I really have to figure out what's going on here. Like the imagery here. And this is a testament to the art. To every single bit of the art in here. This is a really, I'm going to show it. We're just going to show it because, look how gorgeous that is. That's just beautiful, man. Like when I don't know if the panel itself by itself does it for you, but after having read all of this, seeing all of these panels, seeing the hopelessness, literally the overwhelming hopelessness that's coming on, and her saying, Stormcaster, that's the name of the hammer. Why have you abandoned me? It kind of does feel a lot like the biblical story, you know. Father, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? You know what I'm saying? Wow, this was really good, and the art seriously solidifies that. So I dug this, man. This was great. The final issue. Oh, I'm so sad. But in 2 more weeks, the final issue, number 35, severe storm warning. So looks like her old costume coming back. I'm down. I'm down. In fact, it's not too different from, yeah, you guys can see it with the Mylar still on it. X-Men Red this week. This is the same costume that she's actually currently in. So I love how comic book writers and artists work with each other. It's like, hey man, I'm going to be doing such and such. Can you do such and such with this character? Love that. Absolutely love that. Go and check out Hunt for Wolverine. Mystery and Madripoor issue number 4, also out this week. Go and check out my review for that at the very least to see another instance of that happening between 2 writers and therefore artists. All right, guys. Good comic book. Really good. I'm going to be so sad when this thing is over. So freaking sad. Let me put this thing back in its boarding. All right, guys. That's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.